It's been 2 years since I've gone plant based. It's been a long, arduous 2 years filled with pain and suffering, but also special moments like these. We decided upon going to a place known as Champ's Diner. This is somewhere we had been before, and when we went there, we actually ate in and waited 40 minutes for our food. Not only did it take a long time to get our food, but what also sucked was the drive. The drive took 2 hours there and back, and it was so fun. An even greater inconvenience with this drive was that we had ordered the food too early, meaning that when we got it and drove back, by the time we arrived home, it was uber soggy. But on the bright side, I got to get out of the house and not be a lonely Minecrafter, and I got to shoot this lovely video. Now, throughout the whole car ride, I was fearing this moment, having to walk into the store and catch some footage for you guys. You can really see my fear by how I'm shaking as if I'm being constantly electrocuted. But I don't really think that this fear is entirely irrational. I just look like a complete idiot holding up my crappy little phone in the middle of the restaurant, pointing it at people who are just eating their food. And I couldn't get many long shots because I kept putting my camera to the floor so that no one would see me filming them and wouldn't call me out on it or tell me to stop. But everything went according to plan, and I was in and out like a ninja. And you can see me here checking the food because not only would it have been very unfortunate if we didn't get all the food we ordered after driving all this way, but it's also just a habit I've developed because I remember times where my mom and my dad have gotten very highly annoyed because we didn't get all the food, and sometimes they would even drive back to get it. And you know, sometimes that annoyance was directed towards me, but that's not important. But here is the glorious spread of items we brought back from Champ's Diner, and let me walk you through each of them. Stepping up first to the plate, we got my sister's Mac Attack bowl, featuring some pickled red onions that I got to eat. Up next is my tofu and pastrami sandwich on a nice yellowy buttery toast. Up next is a side of chili, which was pretty spicy, but not too spicy. Then we have my mom's awesome bowl, some tater tots with some lemony sauce laid over it, with some mushrooms and kale. Up next is my sister's buffalo chicken burger with a side salad. Then we have my dad's hippie slam, a tofu scramble with toast and some other vegetables. Then we have the tater tachos with a creamy sauce on top and some hearty vegetables. You got some pretty good vegan chos, which is short for nachos if you didn't notice. And here is my sandwich in all of its glory. I was a little worried that the spread was too soft from the drive and would ruin the crunch factor that was necessary for a sandwich like this, but it ended up working out because it tasted like a sausage, egg, and cheese McGriddle. The seitan was nice and chewy and salty, and the tofu scramble had a nice lemony hint that didn't make it taste too much like bland tofu. And this was a great change of pace from the cereal and hash browns and fruit I had been eating all the time, because tofu scramble really simulates the scrambled eggs that I miss oh so much. This sandwich really quote unquote hit the spot, as my mom would say, and I would definitely order it again. Up next, we got the tater tachos, and these little boys definitely filled my craving for nachos. Each individual pillowy potato puff was topped with cream and combined with a various selection of yummy vegetables. After having the tater tachos, I decided to move on to the chili, which I had before on a dish previously, but hadn't given it really a chance to shine. And let me tell you, it was spicy.
Oh yeah. Oh. Oh. Oh jeez.
And here are the remnants of my dad's hippie slam. I didn't really get much from it, but The mushrooms were good, and some of the other vegetables were pretty tasty as well. And that toast, still mushy, but salty as well. That's all for today, folks. Thank you for tuning in to another episode of Corey Critiques. Have a good day.